everybody, welcome back. So today we are talking everything small business. Well, not everything, but yeah. So full disclaimer, this is not a video on how you can start your own business. It's just my journey on how I started my own small business. Oh my god, my nail polish is so ghetto. But anyways, I'm gonna be crocheting as we go through, my journey of how I started. But that it will be fun to just go and crochet while we are chatting. So let's get into it. Before we start, I'm gonna show you what I'm working on. I am making a Rastafarian dress. I think I showed you guys last week when we're doing the questions tag. So this is what we're making. It's a Rasta dress, and now I'm adding the black of the dress. Like here I am. Yeah, so I also started a crochet weekly kind of thing on Instagram where I show you guys everything that I crochet every week, so you go check that out. But I'm also going to be posting the videos on my YouTube and also on my TikTok, so please make sure that you follow me. Crocheting was something that I never thought I would actually do. I never really even knew what crocheting was until I came across it. So that kind of like pivoted from what I was originally doing before COVID hit. As y'all know, I think I told you on my previous video that I was in university and at Nelson Mandela University doing my first year in 2019, and I kind of dropped out. Didn't go back for my second year because I honestly didn't like what I was doing, and instead of me like failing something that I don't even like and adding more years to it, I was like, okay, let me just sit down and then try and figure things out. And then COVID hit, and that's where it actually was a really hard time for me. I was in a really bad space mentally, and I kind of came across crocheting through a YouTube video. I think I told you that it was eye cushion video, which made me like, what is this? Because it looked super interesting, and then I just wanted to try it out. So that's when I bought, like, I remember I only had like a 50 rands in my name, and I went to the store. I didn't even know like what store I'm gonna find those things because I didn't even know what this is. I didn't know what I was looking for, but I went to the store and then I told them what I'm looking for, and then they gave it to me, and then I think it was 20 rands because I bought like I remember it was a pink one and it was a 3mm hook. So I bought that one and it didn't have a grip here. Yo, let me tell you something. If you wanna start crocheting, buy hooks that have this grip. Whether it's a bamboo or a plastic or steel, or just make sure it has this grip, because girl, your hands are gonna be so tired. Okay, so I went to the store and then I got the wool. Also, I remember I bought the Mirage wool, which is like tiny. If you know that the yarn, you know it's tiny. So I got that and I made tops, and I kept on. I remember it was also a pink color. So yeah, I'm a pink girl on the low. I always act like I don't like pink, but honestly though, pink is my color. So I got those and I went back home. I learned like for weeks. I think it was 3 weeks. I learned crocheting, trial and error until I got it right. And then what happened to my voice? And then I went into making things for myself. No, I didn't make something for myself until I made something for a friend so that she could post on her Instagram. I think I told you that story on my previous video. So I gave her the things because she was a model, so she wore them and tagged me, and that's how I got my followers. A week later, people were messaging me wanting bikinis and tops and whatever. So that's where it kind of like started. Time where everyone was kind of like trying to figure things out. Everyone was trying to, have new hobbies because COVID just hit. It was locked down, and like everything just kind of stopped. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try and do something. I'm gonna do something with my life. In 2021, because I wanted to go back to college because I took a gap is this showing? I feel like it's showing so much. Ugh. Anyway, so I took a gap year, and then I wanted to go back in 2021, but then I couldn't find funding. My NSFAS didn't even want me. Imagine NSFAS not wanting you. I don't know what was happening with my NSFAS. I had like, that's when I went into like my down bad era. That's when I was like down bad because I was super super lonely. First of all, I was lonely. All my friends were in college. All my friends, some were working. Like they got their own things going, and I was just the only one who had nothing going on. And that's the time where I feel like I lost, so many people in my life. Not like they died or anything, but like I lost them. They just they cut me off, honestly. I lost contact with so many of my friends because I used to have a lot of friends, and that's kind of when I realized that I have to keep my cycle small because people, the moment that you're not doing good, that's when they start like running, and then when they you're always there for them, because I'm the type of person, if we are friends, then I'm always there for you. I'll stand by you. If you need this, then cool, I'll give that to you if I have the means to, so I've always been the type of person to do things for friends, and without even expecting anything in return. So when I was down bad, I really thought maybe my friends, they would pull through for me and ask me how I was doing with everything. Some of them were that was like a terrible year for me, but I was so so glad that I came across that video for crocheting, and that's when I kind of pivoted the whole crochet thing and being creative and stuff. I would literally lock myself in my room and just crochet the whole day and night, and I would not sleep. I remember my mom used to shout at me like, "You've been up all night doing this thing, blah 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 blah," but she was super super supportive of me. And guys, my family was super super supportive of me during this time because they saw that I was having a really really hard time with everything. Like my life just was just on a standstill, and I was just going through a lot. Crochet was just so beautiful and like calming for my anxiety, and that's why I just found myself crocheting all the time. When I say all the time, I mean all the time, every day, day and night. I literally didn't sleep just because I was crocheting things. I was trying to learn new patterns. I would like make a top and then frog it and then make another one using the same one because I didn't have money mostly, so I was trying to make things work with whatever that I had. So that's what I had to do, honestly. Know it, I got a customer on Instagram because at this point I had already created an Instagram account. I think that actually helped me in a way because people would like message me on Instagram. I would post reels, and like looking back at those pictures and those reels and my archived photos on Instagram, it's like cringe because they are so they're so bad. But anyways, I posted them, and yeah, I was so 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 happy. I remember very well, this girl ordered a bralette top, and then she ordered a bikini, and then I was so super excited to a point where I even made her another top that it like for free. She didn't pay for it, and she was actually surprised when she saw it. She saw it when it arrived, like the package arrived, and she was like, "Ah, you also made me an extra top. Oh my god, I love it, blah blah blah." And then I remember the whole like the items we the bikini was 180 and the top was also 180, so that was like money that I made for myself, hardworking girl over here. I was super excited. I would never forget the feeling that I had that day because I was super super excited. And on Instagram, frequently I was posting really really bad and cringe Instagram reels, but I'm really glad I did because honestly I think they also grew my following because every time I make something I always like told myself that I'm gonna post this. I don't care like if it was bad or how people would react. Funny enough, like people's reactions were so positive, and that kind of like gave me the push, you know, to keep going and not stop and not give up. Because there was a point where I was like, this thing, I feel like, you know, I'm not getting a lot of followers for it, but at the same time I really appreciated everyone who followed me at the time, because I only had about like, I think I had 50 like followers for a whole year, and which was demotivating. But at the same time I was like, I'm not gonna stop, because people were like, don't stop, you can, you know, pull through, you know, 5 years, 3 years down the line, you're gonna be big, you're gonna have a huge following, just keep on perfecting your craft. And those messages really got me off the whole I'm not gonna do this thing, or the whole I'm gonna give up, I'm not gonna focus on this thing. Which also the money was motivating for me, because going from a job out student with zero cash to having those 200s, I remember the first 3 months I made 2,000 rands. It was so unreal. It was so surreal that when I was coming to Pretoria to study in 2022 last year, I used that money to buy new clothes. Like, I was like, this is the money that I made through my business. This is the money that I made through my business, and I wanted to spend it, you know, spend it on myself, because it was like I earned it. I always had that thing, Yubana, you earned this, so you deserve to spoil yourself. And at the time, I also lost weight. If you know me, if you knew me last year, 2021, 2022, I was like big. I was a size 40. So I was like, I need to buy new clothes, because my clothes couldn't fit anymore. And I'm coming to university where the kids are going to be slaying. And you know, but they're always slaying with their weaves and stuff. But yeah, weaves are not for me though. But yeah, and I also purchased a bus ticket for myself with the money, and it was like so good. Like, the feeling was so good, because I was finally paying myself back for all the time that I was sitting at home crocheting. I was even saving the money, because I didn't want to go outside. I was super obsessed with crocheting that every time you would see me in my room, you know that Canva is sitting in her room crocheting. I'm not just sitting there on my phone. Or I didn't even have a phone, actually. I remember I didn't have a phone for a whole year until in 2021 October, my birthday, when my sister bought me a phone with her NSF's money. Guys, that's when I then created the Instagram account. Yeah, I didn't have a website, not that I do. I tried Etsy for like a while, but then they tax so much, like the commission fee is like crazy, so I just stopped using Etsy. And then I didn't have a website or anyway like a shop. I even tried to do Depop, but I don't think I even finished signing up for Depop. I'm not even sure if it's working in South Africa. I might check that out. But yeah, I ended up not doing the website thing, because I was still a small designer. Look at me saying designer. I was still a small crochet designer at the time, so I was like, I don't want anything that's gonna tax me much, like, because I wasn't even making much at the time, you know. So since my prices were low, like I had really reasonable prices and everything, because I was trying to attract people so that people could, yeah, come and buy. But yeah, I just had Instagram and my sister's help. My sister really helped me a lot with customers and stuff. My family, actually, my mom was posting, my brother was posting, my older sister was posting, and then my other sister was posting. Like, they were posting me everywhere. They were trying to get me customers. They were trying to get me customers like everywhere. So word of mouth, and my friends were also supporting me by bringing me people, and also some were purchasing from me. So yeah, I feel like I had a really good support system when I first started. Well, I was using Instagram DMs, as I was saying, people would DM me with what they wanted. I remember I did a lot of custom orders when I first started than I do now, because I feel like people now see my work and they're like, oh, I want that, you know, I want you to create the exact same thing for me. Maybe they're like, okay, you can change the colors to this and this, and then but I want the same thing. But then when I first started, that's where people were like coming with their own things, you know, and I feel like that was draining somehow, because you know people will come with their different ideas, and if you make a mistake, I remember this other time the sister told me exactly what she wanted and I did exactly what she wanted, but then after I finished, she was like, I didn't think you would. I remember it was a patchwork vest, and she was like, I didn't think you were actually going to put like the colors like this. I wanted the colors to be like this. And she didn't tell me at the time that, you know, she wanted the colors to be a certain way. She just said, just use these colors, and then that's it. And I even asked her if, like, should I do them anyhow? Like, should I sort them anyhow? And then she was like, yeah, it's fine, just do anyhow. I think it's gonna be cool. So I did. And then I remember, I was crying that night because I had to literally um start frogging the patchwork vest for granny squares. Imagine granny squares. That I hate making granny squares. One thing, I hate granny squares, because you make a granny square and then you make them, let's say maybe you make 40 granny squares, and then you have to also patch them up together. So imagine now, I made this 40 granny squares. No, they're not 40. I think I'm exaggerating a bit. I think they were like 20 something because it was a vest. So I made this small 20 something granny squares, and now I have to frog them, and then I rearranged the colors a certain way. Like, I was so pissed at her, but then at the same time I was like, you know what, you're gonna be dealing with people. That's what I always tell myself, like, you're gonna be dealing with a lot of different people. Some people have bad tempers, some people are just rude out of nowhere, and then some people are nice. So you have to stay consistent with yourself. You just have to be a nice person, so that you don't get customers mad and then they start mouthing your business, or they start like discouraging people. But don't buy from her because this and this happened. Don't support her because she did this to me, So I was trying to fish. I was fishing. I was fishing for more customers, so I couldn't afford a bad reputation because I was still starting. Like, I was still on the come up. But if you come for me now and you tell me nonsense, I'm gonna come for you. I'm gonna tell you nonsense myself. Like, who do you think I am? The most difficult year for me was when I first started. Like, the first year was difficult because I was trying to figure out which courier services I should use, which were more reliable, and I was looking at packagings and stuff, and I was even writing cards, like handwritten cards by myself, which I also do now. So yeah, I was really big on not spending so much money on unnecessary stuff, but actually saving the money and buying more yarn, because honey, you're not gonna crochet without this. You need this. So you need this. You need this. So that's not everything, by the way. Some are under my bed somewhere. So I was like, just buy more yarn, keep buying yarn, so that you have enough when people come and they're like, I want this color, and then you have it. So I was like, I'm not gonna worry too much about the packaging, because anyways, people are just gonna throw it away. Facts, people are just gonna throw it away, and it's not gonna be something you're gonna, okay, I got this thing from Kayla Crochets and I'm gonna keep the packaging, because I also do that. I throw away packagings. I don't care. I'm like that. I'm that girl. So I went with whatever was cheap. I just got those pink, blue, and red packages from Pep. Like, I got a bunch of them. I still use them even now. Oh, I don't know where they are, but I still use them even now. And okay, let me show you. So I can't find the ones that I use that are from Pep, but I did find these ones. These are from Mr. Price. They are like 30 rands and they are 10 inside. So imagine you just buy this, and they're just 10, and you just save a lot of money. 30 rand for 10. So yeah, I get those ones, or the ones from Pep. The ones from Pep are 8 rand, 8 rands each. So yeah, and then I also get the paper, like the ones that are brown. They are 14 rands at my yarn store, so I also get those ones. And then I handwrite my notes using my thank you cards. I handwrite them using white A4 paper. On a budget. Even now I still am, because my business hasn't really blown, like blown, but I do have 400 followers, and I also have this YouTube channel with my 410 subscribers. Please subscribe, guys. I also have my TikTok with 2,000 followers and 20k likes. So we are definitely growing. We are definitely getting there, and I love you guys so much, and I thank you so much for the support that you keep giving me. I was so calm when I started this business. Like, I was super calm. I chipped in, like, I chipped away into buying expensive stuff, having stores, Etsy, websites that are gonna, take commission from money that I don't even have. So I just chipped away from all of that, and I didn't want to come with a mind, Yoba, I know what I'm doing. I came with a mind of, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't know if this, how far this thing is gonna take me, but I'm willing to try it. I don't know if there were a lot of things that could go wrong, but I was just like, I am doing it. I am posting it. No matter how bad the videos were, I would literally post them. And deleted them last year. December. That's when I deleted some of the content that I used to post, because girl, you're growing, so you need to get rid of those old reels and old pictures, and then post something new, something with better quality. Not good, but better quality. I'm thinking of getting a camera soon for these videos, for my YouTube videos, because my camera is so bad. I was watching my videos the other day on YouTube, my tutorials, and I was like, what? They are so bad. But people, oh my god, guys, I love you so much. The one that I'm talking about that has really bad quality has 8,000k views and 396 likes. Like, how? I love y'all so much. So we really took baby steps when I started with this business, and I'm still taking baby steps, because I don't want to rush anything. And one huge thing that I made sure that I did was engaging with my followers. I made sure that I gave you guys what you wanted. I made sure that I will give people, what they want to see. If they tell me, oh, why don't you make dresses, I make dresses. Someone come up and like, why don't you make what is this thing called, hats, because some people wanted hats. I gave you guys hats. Why do you make for plus size? I gave you guys for plus size. I am always catering for you guys. I listen to what my followers are saying, and then I deliver just like that. After that long and boring story about my journey, I have a tip for you guys who want to get into a business, any creative business, whether it's crocheting, painting, sewing, knitting. Just start. I want to tell you today to just start. Just go ahead with it and start. Don't think too much about it. Don't try and say, oh, but it might be exhausting, all the work, all the time that I'm gonna spend doing it. Just start it. Don't listen to people's negative comments. Just start and then learn along the way. You'll learn from your mistakes, because if you keep saying, I'm just gonna wait until I'm perfect, trust me, you will never start, because you will never be perfect at it. I am here now, 2 years later, 2 years later, and I'm still not perfect at crocheting. I am not perfect at all. At this point, I even believe that no one is really perfect at crocheting, because honestly, I'm a crocheter. I know other crocheters, but I've never you know, met someone who's like, I'm perfect at this thing, I don't need to learn anymore. Because, you know, being a crochet artist, you have to try. There are so many stitches that you need to try. That's a given fact. So many stitches, so many patterns that you need to actually take your time to learn them, and, you know, just do them. So if you have this idea of starting your own thing, don't think too much about it, don't read too much on it, just start. So important for you to take those ideas that you have and just bring them out, and, you know, share them with the world, with things like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, you know, those platforms. Just show your work, they showcase your work. You never know where it might take you. Perfectionism, failure, fear, and cliches like that, they kind of stop us from, you know, taking that one step into achieving our goals and doing what we're really passionate about. So, one step at a time, just do it. Take your time, do it. Don't wait till you're perfect, start now. So, yeah, that's it for me, guys. I hope you guys like this video as much as I did, because girl, I've been talking non-stop, but that's what the whole video was all about. Don't forget to subscribe, like, also leave your comments down below if you also have any tips for me as on like how I can go about this, you know, juggling school and my business at the same time. You know, if you have any more tips for me, because honestly I really need more tips also. So you can just leave them in a comment down below, or also tell me, how do you guys handle the stress of running a business? How do you guys handle the stress of working with people? Because people are so overwhelming. It's so overwhelming working with people. It's so stressing at the same time, but I do enjoy it sometimes. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.